Barry Harris had a unique and fascinating way of describing where things in this music come from. We look at that here. There's a PDF file that goes with this video. To get it, go to www.petemartin.info, click Videos, and scroll down to the Barry Harris for Jazz Mandolin series. It really helps my channel if you click like, so please do that so more folks can find these videos. I really appreciate it. There are 12 notes in Western civilization music. Also, many notes have two different names, thus A sharp and B flat are the same note. If you need to review this, look at the first video in my music theory series, which is available at the link above. In this video, I will only refer to one note name, but be sure that each note can be named two different note names. All 12 notes played in order are called the chromatic scale. They are the notes A, B flat, B, C, D flat, D, E flat, E, F, G flat, G, A flat. As these are all the notes in Western music, Barry describes this as our musical universe or our musical world. I'll get my quotes on screen here soon. See this in example 1. If we split up the chromatic scale into halves, we get two whole tone scales. They're called whole tone scales as each note is 2 frets or a whole step or whole tone apart. In his musical world, Barry called the two whole tone scales man and woman. We see this in example 2. Barry then says man and woman had 3 children. Each child took 2 notes from the parents. These make the 3 diminished chords, which you see on screen. Compare the diminished chords with the 2 whole tone scales. The A diminished chord takes A and E flat from the first whole tone scale, and C and G from the second whole tone scale. Also remember, there are 4 names to each diminished chord. In other words, the names of all 4 notes are also the 4 names of the chord. See this in example 3. A, C, E flat, and G flat diminished. B flat, D flat, E, and G diminished. B, D, F, and A flat diminished. This is where it starts to get very interesting. Let's take the A, C, E flat, and G flat diminished chord. Remember, it's all the same chord. Its 4 notes are A, C, E flat, and G flat. If we lower the A to A flat, we get the notes A flat, C, E flat, G. These are the notes of an A flat 7 chord. If we take the C diminished and lower C to B, we get the B7 chord. If we take the E flat diminished and lower E flat to D, we get the D7 chord. If we take the G flat diminished and lower G flat to F, we get the F7 chord. See all four of these in example 4. A diminished, A flat 7, C diminished, B7, E flat diminished, D7, G flat diminished, F7. We saw this before in videos number 12 and 35 of the 4 related dominants. Barry calls the diminished and the 4 related dominant chords family. He calls the dominants brothers and sisters. He also likes to use the phrase, who do you play with first? Your brothers and sisters. This means the 4 related dominants can be substituted for each other both as chords and scales for improvising. This gives us a lot of possibilities, one of the great things about Barry's method. If you find this video useful, I ask that you consider supporting this channel and my website through my Patreon page, www.patreon.com/PeteMartin. For the very low price of $3 per month, you allow me to keep adding content. Thank you. Let's take the 4 notes of our diminished chord, A, C, E flat, and G flat diminished, and the roots of the related dominants, B, D, F, and A flat. If we combine them, we get A, B, C, D, E flat, F, G, and A flat. This is the A diminished scale. It is a whole step followed by a half step. If we want to use it for improvising against the A diminished chord, we start on the A note. Music theorists will call this a whole half diminished scale. If we want to use it to improvise against the A flat 7, we start on the A flat note. Theorists call this the half whole diminished scale. Barry doesn't see 2 different diminished scales. He sees one, but how you use it depends on where you start. See this in example 5. Let's return to the A diminished chord. What if we raise one note up a half step? If A goes up to B flat, we have B flat, C, E flat, G flat. We can rearrange these notes to E flat, G, B flat, and C, which are an E flat minor 6 chord. These same notes rearranged to C, E flat, G flat, and B flat give us a C minor 7 flat 5 or a C half diminished chord. If we take C diminished and raise C to D flat, we get G flat minor 6 and E flat minor 7 flat 5. If we take E flat diminished and raise E flat to E, we get an A minor 6 and an F sharp minor 7 flat 5. If we take a G flat diminished and raise the G flat to G, we get a C minor 6 and A minor 7 flat 5. See all these in example 6. A diminished, E flat 6, and C minor 7, flat 5. C diminished, G flat or F sharp minor 6, and E flat half diminished. E flat diminished, A minor 6 or G flat or F sharp half diminished. G flat diminished, C minor 6 or A minor 7 flat 5. So far we've seen the chromatic scale, whole tone scale, diminished chord, diminished scale, minor 6th chord, minor 7 flat 5 or half diminished chord. In video number 52, I will continue with this topic. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe, click the bell icon to be notified of new videos, click like, and check out my website and Patreon page. I'm Pete Martin. Thanks for watching.